Alright, folks, welcome back to another thrilling installment of Fat Dad Racing. I'm your resident Fat Dad, and today we're going to take an F1 car, but I digress. It's not a real fake F1 car, because F1, of course, is licensed and yada yada yada. Codemasters has the license to that, and they're the only ones making an F1 official game. That being said, everybody else who makes an F1 car knockoff makes a way better simulated version than theirs. And this one by Riza Studios, it's called F Ultimate. It's really good. I really like it. The only other one that I've raced that I think's on par, and in some aspects better, some aspects worse, would be the F1 car in R Factor 2, which is not made by the studio that makes R Factor. It's made by some third party. I don't know if it's a programmer or independent or, but it's good. But this one's really good as well. It's the most current F1 cars with the V6 hybrid system, the Halo, the whole shebang, the crazy good aero. So what I'm doing today is there's not much lobbies. There's not that many good ones. They're all pretty small. And none of them look that appealing. But I'm going to do some time trial. I did this the other day on this particular car and this particular track, which is Brands Hatch in England. I was 22nd. I think there's been 130 something times posted on this particular car and track. Every car and track, you'll have a different board for each one because, you're not going to post F1 time against, a Camaro or something. It wouldn't make sense. But so 130 something people have taken this car on this track and posted a time. I was 22nd, and I did a video where I was trying to get in the top 10, and I made it to 9th. And I was trying to push even further, get a few more tenths, and it never happened. The video came out, and it was bad. I don't know what happened, some sort of glitch. And so it wasn't usable, and that was a little bit of a bummer. This might be mildly interesting to some people not. I don't know. But there really wasn't any lobbies, and I felt like giving it another crack. Right now I'm in 9th on the leaderboard, and I'm going to shoot for a little better. So before we head out, I'm just going to look at my setup, and I think it's the same as it was. And I'm not going to change anything. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go right on into it with what I've got. When you're doing these time trials, you get into a weird groove, and it feels like you kind of hit this plateau where you just can't find any more speed, and then something happens, and you just keep over driving, and you're wrecking or getting lap times deleted because you're going outside track limit. And so 9th place was the best I could get. To get to 8th, I think just a couple tenths. And then 7th, a couple more. And then after that, it's a bit more. The gap between where I'm at in 9th and the leader is a couple seconds, I think. Maybe 2.5. I can't remember exactly. But so we're going to see if we can do this. And I'll try to get it done in as few laps as possible. But I don't know. We'll see. So let's get out there. Let's give it a shot. It's going to be a rolling start. So I'm ready to go. All right. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting real close. I just flipped the throttle through that hairpin to just keep this car, to keep it turning. At this pace right now, if we can keep this up, we might be right there. Oh, I didn't mean to grab 8th. I should have done that. That killed me a couple times. Come on, baby. Come on, come on. 4/10. Gotta nail this corner perfect. Wasn't bad. 157.8. I don't think that's gonna do it. Flipping the throttle. Trail brake all the way through that. I'm just barely behind. I'm gonna keep it 7th. Pretty much flat. Oh man, that was close. Three tenths too slow. So let's take a look. And once again, to reiterate, I'm 9th place on the leaderboard in this car, in this track, Brands Hatch in England. Had a 22nd place out of 130 something racers, and that was a few weeks back when I posted that. I think it was yesterday. Came in to try to improve it, got a 9th. Right now I'm shooting for a little bit higher, so we're gonna exit, and it's gonna show us the leaderboard. Thankfully, I've got a pretty quick computer, so it doesn't take forever to go from one screen to the next. All right. Look at that. 2 places. I started out on 9th, and now I am in 7th. I'm 1.8 seconds slower than the fastest person, Mr. Tom Tron. And there you can see in first place, and I don't know how in the hell he got that time. That is absolutely incredible. That is a smoking lap, 56.042, and I'm at a 57.880. So I did improve. I'm up to 7th, and let's go back. Oops. Let's go back in. Let's go back in. We're just a couple more tenths. I feel like I can grab a couple more tenths. I feel like I've got pretty good groove with this setup. I feel like I'm warmed up, and let's go right to it. And I'm gonna give this a few more laps, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna take my 7th place and be happy with that. You have to blip that throttle around the hairpin. Let's try the same trick right there. And that was Ayrton Senna's trick. They showed him lapping, and every corner he'd go around, he would sit there blipping the throttle, pretty much every corner. But kind of can't get away with that in a modern F1 car. But around those really slow corners where you need to keep the car rotating, absolutely you can blip that throttle. You just have to be smart, because it's just a little too long, and you'll have the car spinning out on you. Got to get the braking just right, which I did not, and somehow that was okay. That was great. That was, I think, the best I've ever taken that corner. That felt amazing. I really nailed it. I do say so myself. And, you know, sometimes you gotta kiss your own ass a little bit. Nobody else is gonna do it, right? There we go. We're going for shaving a couple tenths off my best lap. That feels good. That was a 57.2. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, baby. I think we did something right there. Let's see. Oh, 5th place. Woo! I 1.1 seconds off the fastest guy. Man. And if you look at the pages, you can see you just keep on going down the list. It's about 10 people per page. And these are all the people who've taken a shot at it. So, you know, I ain't the fastest guy out there. I'll tell that straight off. I'm not a braggart. I don't think I'm amazing at this, but I'm okay. And there we go, 131. And his was a 142.1. So we'll go back up the page list. And right now, I'm sitting in 5th. I feel pretty good about that. And now what? Oh my God, look at that. Okay. See, this is where things get crazy. I am only less than 2/100ths of a second from 4th place. And I'm not even 3/10ths away from 3rd. But that 2/100ths, we can't just leave that. Come on. We can't. I can't just leave that. This setup feels too damn good. That gave me a little kick in the ass. It woke me up a little bit. And we're going to try to grab a little bit deeper in that top 10. Micrometer. Oh. Fierce competition and a great community. The sim racers are all pretty positive. Oh man, see? That's what I meant by earlier. Goosing the... that was too much. Too much of a drift. Took too much. Avoided the wall. Folks, I think that might be it. I gave it the old college try. I did the best I could. I feel good. I mean, I definitely improved. I set out to get higher in the leaderboard, and I accomplished that. Started 22nd. Yesterday, I took it to 9th. And then when I started this video, I was able to go from 9th to 7th. And then jump from 7th to 5th. So right now, I'm 5th out of 131 who've tried this, who've posted this car's time on this track. And this is the Formula Ultimate. This is the Reza Studios version of F1 car, and I think it's a really great example. I think they did a really good job. Of course, nobody who's not driven an F1 car could tell you exactly. So you just have to go by what I've watched enough F1 races to be like, yeah, this feels like what I would imagine it feels like. That's pretty much, what it is. On Brands Hatch Circuit, a great little historic racetrack in England. And we were able to get up to 5th place. I am 1.177 seconds. Sounds like nothing, but might as well be 100 years from the guy in 1st. And I'm going to come back and try this again. But tonight I think I've reached the plateau, and that happens when you're chasing times. For some reason, you just cannot get to a point where you get stuck in a groove. You get tunnel vision and you can't see outside the line you get locked into. And then you're pushing, but you're not making adjustments. And then the next thing you know, you're making mistakes. And and I'm just getting tired because it's later in the evening now where I'm at. And so I think this is all she wrote. But I'm happy, 5th place on the leaderboard, and I'm gonna come back and revisit this and see, maybe I could shave a second off. Who the hell knows? I'm gonna give it a shot though, real soon. Um, I'm real close to 4th place, real close, just a couple hundredths of a second off, and I think I can do that. I know for a fact I can get those 2 100ths off, and then maybe after that it's a big jump. It's a big jump from 4th to 3rd. Uh, 3rd place is just a hair over 7/10 quicker than 4th. The guy ahead of him is more than 3, and then of course you've got the guy in 1st. So I'm 1.1 from 1st, but I'm only a couple hundredths, 2 100ths from 4th, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try to grab that 4th and maybe mess with the setup a little bit more. But thanks for watching, folks. This has been Fat Dad Racing. I'm your resident Fat Dad, your beer bellied nobody from nowhere, just trying to grab a little virtual motorsport glory. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one.